Bollywood is still more local original, like I said, and they're
Right.
more based on our social structure. Hindi movies still rely on a lot of senior actors, and new actor and actresses are there, but they are in a lower level movies. They are not in a mainstream, but they call as many. But I think the basic stories are itself is an issue. Yeah. They are more regional story, more country related, more culture related, rather than more global related. I tell you, we are very gifted. India very gifted with the movie and television and all that gift, technology, which is now becoming very global. We spend enough time on a job, but no more than 40, 50 hours. We never work longer. I never did at least. And then spend enough time with the wife, with the kids, with the society, even vacations. There is always a way to help. Just because financially you are not able to, that's not an excuse not to be part of the help. I'm happy at the moment I'm helping.
Hello and welcome to our special show Spotlight. I am Soumya Agrawal and you're watching Ekal Bharat. As we promised earlier that in every episode we'll bring you such personalities that is working for the betterment of our nation. So today I have with me Mr. Vasant Patel and Mrs. Champa Patel, who calls themselves a fortunate person. The reason behind which is yet unknown. So let's start our conversation and get to know more about them. Welcome to our show, sir, and ma'am. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
I'd like to start and ask that both of you were born in a small village of India, right? And had limited resources. Despite that, you moved to a foreign country. So, what were the struggles and challenges you had to face to establish yourself in the foreign country?
I came here December 67 to Michigan. So some of the difficulties were like I was in a very cold weather. And I didn't know how cold it was because when I look at the college catalog, it looks so beautiful, nice snow mountains. And all I could remember is Bollywood actor and actresses movies run around. And then I found out it was minus 40 degrees. So temperature was one. Second was of course the food. We were Gujarati, very pure vegetarian, and here in cafeteria. And all the food looks so unfamiliar. And of course, the people and the language, English was kind of difficult for us. Then the difficulty was, of course, money always was the issue. We had enough money just for one semester, so I had to work. And in the summer and Christmas, I was doing double jobs, and instead of taking bus, I would walk so we can save some money. So we went some through that. And then, of course, graduated in job, and she came along, Champa came.
Yeah.
So, after completing your studies, what did you do? What job did you do?
I was a mechanical engineer. So after
Okay.
a couple of changes, I was working, last was I was working for Honeywell. And we moved to a small town called Freeport, Illinois, which is about 100 miles from northwest of Chicago.
Right.
So that is where we, of course, had our children. And I was there for about
12 years.
10, 12
12
years
years.
in Freeport, 12 years, 10 years with Honeywell.
Yeah.
And then we started our own business when I realized that that is the way to go.
So, what was the business about? What was the business?
Well, it's kind of strange, I'm glad you asked me, but it was a very different than engineering or technical business. I was looking for technical but couldn't find any. So I found a business that had secretarial services, office rental.
Okay.
Very different. And there were office suites, nice big building, and 20 offices and common secretarial pool and typings and computerized. And they were also doing some resumes at the time too. And in 3 years, I grew the business almost 300%.
Wow.
Every day and all kinds of marketing. And I love marketing challenges. That is the one that excites me more.
So, your business was running well. Then, how did you plan? How did you join Ekal? What was the inspiration? Who told you about Ekal? How did you join Ekal?
Okay, we
We
have,
have a friend, his name is Ramesh Khatri, and we are very close to him, and he is quite heavily involved in that. So one day he called me and he says, "You would be very good because you know lots of people in community, and you also are. I am quite involved in volunteer work and all that." So he says, "I think if you can join, that would be good," and that's it.
I think our reason for joining Ekal was, uh,
We also believe in education.
well, we had a educational trust in India where I grew up in my town, and we were funding that
Yeah.
whole thing.
Okay.
And we ran that for about 5, 6 years, and then we being here and people there, it didn't quite work out the way we wanted it to. So we were actually looking for an alternative opportunity to help people get educated in India, because we came here because of education and prospered due to education and settled here due to education and all the financial. So I believe that if you give people opportunity, those who are struggling, and be part of them, then at least some of them will grow out of it and make a decent living. So I have a very passionate belief. We both have a very passionate belief about helping the needy people to grow.
That's nice.
But then because our education trust in India was kind of not workable, so we're looking for alternative opportunity. And then at the same time, this Ekal and Ramesh Khatri came and he talked to us, and it sounded like it matched our passion. And her talent, of course, of community organizing was a perfect match too. So that's what got us in. And when we heard about Ekal, of course, Ekal had such a uh, the way they organize, the way they do, the kind of people they have, we totally love it because most of the money goes for the very rural area
Right.
and provide a basic education.
How does it make you feel to see that, like you said, that the kids came to your house, they saw stove and stuff. So how does it make you feel that once you had been in their place and now they are coming to your house, they are visiting you? So what was the feeling that you got after seeing them?
Of course, it bring back your memories in 70s, and then also you have inside a wish that they will be in this kind of home and they will be successful, and we wish that they come even in United States and have a beautiful home and everything what I have. Those are the thoughts comes to your mind, right?
Actually,
Right.
we are living a life, and we have been beyond our any dream or any expectations we had. So we call ourselves very fortunate
Yeah.
and very privileged. So I think the more God gave us, we believe that it's for a reason that we can
That
help.
is my next question. Why do you call yourself fortunate? I have heard that a lot of times, that you call yourself fortunate. Why is that?
Why do we call fortunate?
Yeah.
Because when I came to US and got settled, we never thought that we would be blessed with so many great things, because got good health, good house, good wife, great children, great friends, great family. So you sometimes wonder, why do I have everything so great and everything so good that we beyond any expectation and imagination. So it has to be a blessing of someone up there who is
Right.
looking out for us. So we feel that we should also
And I
have
think
those.
we also feel more fortunate. He says it several times to me that we are so fortunate that we are able to bring family here, see them very, very successful, and our all family members are very successful here.
When they came from India, when we sponsored those people, my immigration file of their applications and support papers, like this thick. And so many people came. We go to the airport, pick all those people up, bring them to our house, keep them, show them how to speak English and make the contacts. Then so
And
that the
again, they
kitchen.
came also from a rural area, right?
Right.
So we saw them even how to turn the faucet on, how to turn the shower on. It was and it was rewarding also as well. That oh my God, I am making a difference in somebody's life.
Right.
Then
And
she.
that's exactly what we
Yeah.
are for Ekal, hopefully.
So, can you tell me what is your current role and responsibility in Ekal?
We are part of the group. So uh, first of all, let me tell you, we like to do more than we have been doing, and we are guilty of that we can.
Well, I think because we are also very involved in the community, we are very social, and on top of that, we have 2 kids and we have a grandkids. So we are circling ourselves back and forth and taking care of grandkids. So I think that limit us doing certain things with us,
Well,
in Ekal.
those excuses being said, though, let me tell you, Ekal, we are in the meetings where we give some ideas. We provide financial support, of course, but we also provide other support in terms of encouragement. Like when there is annual functions, we take some responsibility. We are part of the planning. We go to the meetings. We bring some people. She does more than I do. She brings more people to participate, or people who think can contribute and believe in education. Can we bring those people in?
How do you bring those people? Like, how do you approach them?
I think obviously because we both are very social, so we know so many people, right? And I'm in a real estate, so I have also connection with youngsters, like they are in their 40s and 50s, and those are I feel those would be my good contacts. So I call them for dinner, or I go their house and sit down with their kids, and then tell them what I do, and then because they are at the phase where their kids are going in the school, I think they get connected just right away. They just get connected. So I try to find those people, and then obviously, well settled people and retired people. So doctors and all the retirees, and the retirees are right now at the point where they have a grandkids. So they are connected, and they are putting their money in their grandkids' account because they want their grandkids to do better.
I believe that people who believe in education, or who believe in charity or helping other people or compassion, those are the only people who can really help us. We are not convert people to something.
Yeah.
We are trying to channel them the road that they want to go to, and make them aware and educated.
So, your kids are into Hollywood, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, they both are in the Hollywood, and
By default.
And yeah, you have also worked in Bollywood and Hollywood movie, right?
that's what I was saying, that because they were successful in Hollywood and they're very close family, so they got us into that, and we started getting, because of the movie they made and all that, so we started getting offers for acting. So we started doing it, and my son said, "You better take some classes." So we did some acting classes, both of us.
Okay.
We have been in a Hindi serial called Metro Park and others, and
Oh wow.
from Care and all that.
Like today when we go, my goal is that I talk about Ekal somewhere while talking to them.
That's nice. So you have been a part of Bollywood and Hollywood, both movies, both the places, right? So what do you think? How is Hollywood different from Bollywood?
If you talk about 20, 30 years ago, they were both very different worlds, because it was only theaters. But now, because of the streaming services, it is becoming more and more one, or coming closer. Because most of our Hindi movies are now being done in different languages, and so are some of the English movies are converted to Hindi. But
Right.
I think Hollywood is a lot more global than Bollywood is becoming now, but it's still more of a catering to Indian or Asian communities. So I think Bollywood is learning that,
Right.
and also because of my kids are in Hollywood, and they also, my son is more in Bollywood, not my daughter. But because she did, my daughter directed a show that is more of a global presence, like, Game
Game
of
of
Thrones, a prequel called House
Wow.
of Dragon. And so she started getting offers and contacts from Bollywood. And so it
Oh,
on. So I think they are changing and we are changing along with them. So initially we thought we were influencing our kids, and now we learn that they are actually influencing us in a better way. So that's how it is. But both, I think our Bollywood is still more local original, like I say, and they're
right.
more based on our social structure. And there are so many now new going to mainstream and also going for streaming services. Some of the actors we only saw in a movie are now coming into the TV serial,
Right, right.
becoming more of a bigger budget than movies nowadays.
Hindi movie as such hasn't won any Oscars yet. And it is well known that Bollywood in general revolves around female. Like the main character of the story is female. So do you think that might be the reason behind Bollywood movies, Hindi movies in specific, not winning any Oscars?
I think that is definitely one of the reasons, because Hindi movies still rely on a lot of senior actors, and new actor and actresses are there, but they are in a lower level movies. They are not in a mainstream, but they call as many. But I think the basic stories are itself is an issue.
Yeah.
They are more regional story, more country related, more culture related, rather than more global related. And that is why there are actresses like Ekal Bharat who are trying to do more like Game of Thrones based on
Right.
Bharat and all that. And there are, I think, I even say big change. Before there were more kind of uh, love and affairs and that kind of social. Now they are more changing into crime and
Right.
yes, and those kind of things. So there's a big change going on.
The stories are not changing.
Changing. Yeah, somehow it ends up with a love in the movie. And I think if they come up with creative way of writing movie, that would be, that would make a difference.
And also, you might have heard that the nepotism word got a lot famous
Yeah.
in Bollywood recently, like a year or two, and it's still going on. The nepotism word is still going on. So, do you think that nepotism it exists in Bollywood as per public opinion, but do you think that it exists in Hollywood as well?
Not, it does exist somewhat, not to the extent that it happens in India. India, it is quite a bit, but I think also, and somehow it seems like coming back somewhere, because there was a Bollywood and then the South movies came out, and South are becoming very famous, and now North or the main Bollywood is becoming, they're friends with the South and
Right.
combined, but it's still more of a nepotism than we like to see. But I think the streaming services, even though those are other people, so-called B grade and C grade, are trying to come out. They're still not there as much. And I think, like you said, part of the problem is financial, because they cannot raise enough funds to do that. And also, I think the mainstream is, or the main Bollywood nepotism is trying to not get other people involved, or kind of forming a union.
Right.
Not like a union, but they are operating, they know what it means. And I think that is hurting them, all of them. It serves their short-term purpose, but in the long term, it's really a loss. But I think they're coming along, and they will have to, because of the economic forces. There is really, they can reduce the speed, but they cannot stop it.
So, you mentioned earlier that in India there was only theaters and movie halls for movie premiere, right? But now there have been different OTT platforms like Netflix, Amazon, Hotstar, etc. There are a lot of OTT platforms. So, do you think that OTT platform plays an important role for the promotion of a movie or for the movie to hit blockbuster?
I guess so. I think the time is going to come and I think it is already transforming. And even some of the actresses in Bollywood are already moving to London or India and collaborating with all those things like Priyanka Chopra and all that.
Right.
Yeah, but even so it is a gradual change, and I tell you, we are very gifted. India, very gifted with the movie and television and all that gift,
Technology.
which is now becoming very global. So we really have an inherent advantage in that field if we want to capture that. But I think we are probably not doing as much as we can, and part of it is nepotism, maybe is hurting part of it. But if we all combine, I think we could be bigger than Bollywood, because big market, Asian market,
Bigger than Hollywood.
and Indians are spread all over, but even the Asian.
So you mentioned nepotism again. So I would like to ask this. Since you said that in Hollywood also nepotism exists, right? So did your kids have to face them? Was there any challenges they had to face?
Glad you asked me that, because my kids, as you already know, they didn't go to film school. They were in financial management and investment banking and all, few years only, and they went to Hollywood. They made up their mind that's what they're going to be. So they struggle a lot, and they had no family background, no school, no connections, and not even that much money. So when you talk
Right.
about negatives, they went through, but what they had was very good, strong focus, and they decided that that's
Desire.
what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And we always told them that don't pay attention to nepotism or discrimination or racial or anything. I say if you focus on those, you're not going to perform as well, because you then will use it as an excuse not to grow.
Have you ever been to the villages and seen how Ekal is working?
No, actually, next time when we go to India, and we are going this November, I was supposed to go last November, but because I had an issue, we couldn't go. So now this time when we go, before we even go, we will make arrangements to visit some Ekal towns. In fact, we talk about it, that we want to definitely want to visit some Ekal towns and get the flavor. We sponsor so many schools, but we never actually visited, and we like to. But we have seen a lot of videos and movies, and also talked to a lot of people, and some of our friends who have personally visited and
Heard so
seen
much
that.
good things
And
about
then
it.
we talked to people who came here, some of the former students.
So is that how you make sure that the money you are donating is going in the right place?
I think, let me tell you, first of all, we learned a lot about Ekal, and we studied a lot, I do. And also we talked to people who are here, and these people are very honest and very nice, and they tell us that is what it is, and then that is what it is.
And then at some point you have to put a trust in people, right?
Right. So, as we know that, whenever there is in life, we face a lot of problems and a lot of challenges. So, when such challenges come, we generally, usually give up. And it is also true that if I am working in a well-established job, if I have a good company, then I won't do anything for someone else. But you guys, you proved that it's not just about ourselves. We have to do something for the society as well. So, is there any message you would like to give to youngsters like me or people that how giving time to the nation can be better for themselves and for the nation as well?
I believe that even from my school to when she came in all, we believe in a balanced life, first of all. Not to have focus only on money, but purpose of making the money and have a family. So for a very happy life, and we've been happy all the time. That's why I'm saying I'm very blessed that we've spent enough time on a job, but no more than 40-50 hours. We never worked longer. I never did at least. And then spend enough time with the wife, with the kids, with the society, even vacations,
Right.
and even for the society in terms of helping others. We were doing it all the time rather than saying, I'll do it when I get time, or I'll do it when I retire. There is no such thing. It is every day, every time, in anything you are doing, and that, like I am helping someone or helping family, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me
Right.
because I feel good. So I'm getting my immediate reward. So I'm not saying if I do this, they will get educated, they'll get better, and then I'll be happy. No, I'm happy at the moment I'm helping. So
Right.
one, I believe our message should be, I'm doing it because it is good for me, and not worry about the result or what they will do and not do. Or some people may abuse and some people may not. I'm enjoying the process of doing it. It is not
That's nice.
upon the final result. So
Right.
helping is not only financial. If you cannot do financial, then do with the thumb and help them in terms of cleanup or going or riding or whatever.
Right.
Somebody give a ride or we participate. Or with the mind, encourage somebody, compassion, caring, like Mother Teresa. She did it with the mind. So there is always a way to help. Just because financially you are not able to, that's not an excuse not to be part of the help.
I think this was the words of inspiration we all needed. This was Mr. Vasant Patel and Mrs. Champa Patel, who is so much dedicated to social service and has dedicated their time, money, and life for the betterment of the nation. So, thank you so much for joining us today, sir. And ma'am, it was great talking to you. So, the dedication to do something for the nation they hold is something we should all learn. In our next episode of Spotlight, we'll bring you more such personalities who will motivate and inspire you to give something to the country. Till then, stay tuned with us and keep watching Ekal Bharat.